My dear students, welcome to chemistry class. So in this video, we are going to discuss about properties of phosphorus. Properties of phosphorus generally it is highly reactive. So it is highly reactive. Phosphorus is highly reactive. Then reaction with oxygen. So the first reaction is reaction with oxygen. So phosphorus naturally it is highly reactive, so that it is not available on the earth crust as phosphorus. Generally it is available as it's a compound like a phosphorus pentoxide, phosphorus trioxide, like that, because the highly reactive property. So the first reaction with oxygen. So yellow phosphorus catches fire in air, giving dense white fumes of phosphorus pentoxide. Penta means 5, so the formula is P2O5. Okay, whereas the red phosphorus react with oxygen on heating, to give phosphorus trioxide or phosphorus pentoxide also it can give. Okay, so the reaction we will see, chemical reaction. So phosphorus formula is P4. We are writing P4 plus oxygen on heating, P4 plus O2 on heating. So phosphorus plus oxygen, we can get phosphorus pentoxide or phosphorus trioxide. See, generally we are writing P4O6. So in general we can write P2O3. This is phosphorus trioxide. Okay, then here you see P4O10. This is simply you can write P2O5. This is the empirical formula. Actually P4O6 is the phosphorus trioxide. So P2O3 is the empirical formula. Here P4O10 is the phosphorus pentoxide molecular formula. P2O5 is the empirical formula. Okay, now balance the equation. Here phosphorus P4, here P4, so no problem. Then oxygen, 6 oxygen is there, so put 3 here. So now the equation is balanced. Here P4O10, then put 5 here, the equation is balanced. This is phosphorus trioxide, then this is phosphorus pentoxide. Okay, clear? Next reaction is reaction with chlorine. Next reaction is reaction with chlorine. See, phosphorus reacts with chlorine to form tri and pentachlorides. pentachlorides. Normally that yellow phosphorus reacts violently at room temperatures, reacts violently with chlorine at room temperature, whereas red phosphorus reacts on heating. Okay, now see the reaction. Phosphorus 4P4 plus Cl2, we are getting phosphorus trichloride, that is PCl3. Then P4 plus chlorine, we are getting phosphorus pentachloride, that is PCl5. This is trichloride, phosphorus trichloride. This is pentachloride. Okay. Now balance the equation. Here 3 is there. Now put 4 here. 4 phosphorus, 4. Then 12, put 6 here. Then P4, put 4 here. Then 4 into 5, 20. So 10 Cl2. Now the equation is balanced. Okay. So reaction with chlorine, normally yellow phosphorus reacts violently even at room temperature. You no need to heat anything. Just allow to react. It will react violently. Then red phosphorus, it will react on heating only. So finally we will get the product trichloride and pentachloride. Okay students. Next reaction is reaction with alkali. So phosphorus reacting with alkali. Reaction with alkali. Alkali, normally we are taking NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide. See, yellow phosphorus reacts with alkali on boiling in an inert atmosphere. In an inert atmosphere. Okay. So it will giving phosphine, liberating phosphine. Phosphine formula is PH3. Here phosphorus acts as a reducing agent. Phosphorus is the reducing agent. Okay, see the reaction. P4 phosphorus plus NaOH. NaOH with water H2O, we are sodium hypophosphite, that is NaH2PO2 plus phosphine PH3. This is phosphine. Then sodium hypophosphite. This is sodium hypophosphite. Okay. So this is phosphorus, sodium hydroxide, H2O. Then we are getting phosphine and sodium hypophosphite. Now balance the equation. Here there are 4 phosphorus, here 1 phosphorus, here also 1 is there. So put 3 here. Now 4 phosphorus balanced. Now sodium 3 NaOH, put 3 here. Now put 3 here. Now the equation is balanced. Okay students. So that's all about the reaction of phosphorus with alkali. When phosphorus reacting with alkali, we are getting phosphine. Here phosphorus acts as a reducing agent. Clear? Next reaction is reaction with nitric acid. Reaction of phosphorus with nitric acid. With nitric acid. Nitric acid formula is HNO3. See, when phosphorus treated with concentrated phosphorus plus concentrated nitric acid, it will be oxidized to, it will get oxidized to phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid. Okay. So this reaction is catalyzed. So the catalyst is iodine crystals. Iodine crystals. Okay. So phosphorus reacting with nitric acid, the product is phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid formula is H3PO4. Now see the reaction. Phosphorus P4 plus concentrated nitric acid HNO3. We are getting phosphoric acid, that is H3PO4 plus NO2 plus H2O. These two are the byproducts. Okay. Now balance the equation. There are 4 phosphorus, so put 4 here. Then here put 20. Now here also, because of this 20 nitrogen, put 20 here. Then 4 H2O. Okay. Now the equation is balanced. See, phosphorus 4P4 plus 20 HNO3 giving 4 H3PO4 plus 20 NO2 plus 4 H2O. So you can check whether the equation is balanced. So this equation is balanced. Okay. So reaction of nitric acid with phosphorus, we are getting phosphoric acid. Okay. That's all about the reaction of phosphorus with nitric acid. Next reaction is reaction with metal. Phosphorus reacting with metals. Reaction with metals. See, phosphorus reacts with metal like calcium and magnesium to giving phosphides. So calcium, magnesium giving phosphides like calcium phosphide and magnesium phosphides. Then metals like sodium, potassium, phosphorus react with. So phosphorus react with these metals vigorously to giving phosphides like sodium phosphide and potassium phosphide. This reaction is vigorous because the group 1 metals are highly reactive. So group 2 metals, that is calcium, magnesium, we are getting phosphides. Also with group 1 also we are getting phosphide, but when reaction with group 1, it is highly vigorous reaction. Okay. So the equations, phosphorus P4, magnesium, we are getting magnesium phosphide. So the formula is Mg3P2. This is magnesium phosphide. Okay. Now balance the equation. 2. So 6 magnesium. Clear? Next, phosphorus with calcium. We are getting calcium phosphide. Ca3P2. This is calcium phosphide. Now balance the equation. Put 6 here and put 2 here. Now the equation is balanced. Next one is reaction with sodium P4 plus Na. This reaction is very highly vigorous. So that formula is Na3P, because the valency of sodium is +1 and the valency of phosphorus is +3. So after getting that cross multiplication, we are getting the formula Na3P. Now balance the equation. Put 4 here. 4 into 3, 12. So 12 sodium. This is sodium phosphide. Okay, students. So that's all about the reaction of phosphorus with metals. It can react with group 1 and group 2 metals. We are getting the corresponding phosphides. Okay. Next one is uses of phosphorus. Uses of So there are 2 important uses. Red phosphorus used in the matchbox, used in the matchbox. Second uses, see, red phosphorus, it is used in the matchboxes, also used in the production of alloys, namely phosphor bronze. Okay, so the name of the alloy is phosphor bronze. Okay, so there are two important use. One is it is red phosphorus used in the matchbox. Then second use, it is used in the production of alloys. Example is phosphor bronze. Okay, students. Now that properties of phosphorus is completed. Next we are going to see that important compound, that is phosphine. So now we are going to study about phosphine. The formula of phosphine is pH3. So phosphine is the most important hydrates of phosphorus. So hydrate means the hydrogen. Hydrates of phosphorus. Okay, so there are four important methods to prepare this phosphine. Phosphine can be prepared from four important methods. That one is with sodium hydroxide, phosphorus with sodium hydroxide, NaOH. Then second method is it is prepared from metallic phosphides. Then third one is phosphorus acid. Then fourth one is phosphonium iodide. So these are the four important materials. From that we are going to prepare this phosphine. So all that from that four reaction we are getting pure phosphine. So the first one is reaction with sodium hydroxide. First method is reaction of phosphorus with NaOH, sodium hydroxide. So already we discussed this reaction in that properties of phosphorus. See, so phosphine is prepared by the action of sodium hydroxide with white phosphorus in an inert atmosphere. Okay, so phosphorus P4 plus NaOH. This sodium hydroxide we are making in a solution, so H2O. So that atmosphere is inert atmosphere. We are getting sodium hypophosphite, that is NaH2PO2 plus phosphine. This is phosphine, and this is sodium hypophosphite. So phosphorus reacting with alkali. So this alkali you have to mix with water. Then we are getting phosphine. Along with this in this product we will get phosphine dihydride also we are getting. That is along with this we are getting P2H4. This is phosphine dihydride. Okay, so this phosphine dihydride is the that impurities. Also water also we are getting So these two products are impurities. So actually we have to make pure phosphine. So take this mixture and passing through freezing mixture. So we are passing through a freezing mixture. So we will get pure phosphine, and this P2H4, that is phosphine dihydrate, it will be condensed. So P2H4 will be condensed, whereas PH3 does not. So that means we will get pure PH3. Okay, so phosphine we are preparing from phosphorus, sodium hydroxide plus water, we will get pure phosphine. So that impurities will be removed by passing this mixture through the freezing systems. So we will get pure phosphine. Where what will happen? This P2H4 will be condensed and PH3 will not be condensed. Okay, so we are getting pure phosphine. Next one is second one is we are preparing phosphine from metallic phosphides. So we are taking calcium phosphide Ca2, Ca3P2. We are adding water or some dilute mineral acids. Water or some dilute mineral acids. So we will get phosphine PH3 plus calcium hydroxide is the byproduct. So from metallic phosphide we are preparing by the hydrolysis. So that means by the hydrolysis of this calcium phosphide, that means we are adding water, we are getting phosphine, then calcium hydroxide. Also we are getting this, we can add aluminum phosphorus plus hydrochloric acid, we are getting phosphine PH3 plus AlCl3. So aluminum phosphide, then I already told you that hydrolysis it can be allowed to react with dilute mineral acid, that is HCl. We are getting phosphine plus AlCl3. Clear? Now balance the equation. The first equation put 6 here, here put 2, here put 3. Now the equation is balanced. Second equation is put 3 here. Now the equation is balanced. Okay. So there are two methods we studied. One is phosphorus with NaOH. Then second method, hydrolysis of metallic phosphide, hydrolysis of calcium phosphide, or that reaction of aluminum phosphide with hydrochloric acid. Clear? Next method is method 3, that phosphine is prepared from heating of phosphorus acid. Heating of phosphorus acid. Phosphorus acid, there is H3PO3. We are heating. We will get orthophosphoric acid H3PO4 plus PH3. Okay. Now this is orthophosphoric acid and this is phosphine. Now balance the equation. 3 and put 4 here. Now the equation is balanced. Okay. Here also 4 phosphorus, here 4 phosphorus. Okay, so the heating of phosphorus acid, this is phosphorus acid. Okay, phosphorus acid we are heating, so we will get orthophosphoric acid and phosphine. So this phosphine is very pure phosphine. Okay. Next method is preparation of phosphine by heating of phosphonium iodide. Heating of phosphonium iodide. So this phosphine is very pure. So we are heating this phosphonium iodide. That formula is pH, that is pH4i. This is phosphonium iodide plus sodium hydroxide. This sodium hydroxide is caustic soda. So we are heating, we will get phosphine. The products are pH3 phosphine plus sodium iodide plus water. Okay. Now I think the equation is balanced. So phosphonium iodide, it is allowed to react with caustic soda solution. We are getting phosphine. This is phosphine, sodium iodide, then water. Okay. Now see, there are 4 methods we are using to prepare this pure phosphine. One is with sodium hydroxide. Second is hydrolysis of metallic phosphide. Metallic phosphide example calcium phosphide. Then heating of phosphorus acid. Then fourth one is heating of phosphonium iodide with caustic soda. Caustic soda, that is example is sodium hydroxide. Clear? So next one is physical properties of phosphine. Physical properties of phosphine. So naturally it is colorless, then poisonous gas. That smell is rotten fish smell. Rotten fish smell. So colorless poisonous gas with rotten fish smell. It is slightly soluble in water. Then it is neutral in the litmus test, neither acidic nor alkali. Okay, so neutral in litmus test. Then at 188 Kelvin, it forms, it condenses to colorless liquid. Then around 139.5 it freezes to solid. 139.5 Kelvin it becomes solid. Okay, so these are the physical properties of phosphine. Next one is chemical properties. Chemical of phosphine. So chemical properties, first one is thermal stability. Thermal stability. So phosphine is decomposed. So decomposed into its elements. So when the temperature at 317 Kelvin, so the reaction is phosphine pH3, it is decomposed around 317 Kelvin by either by heating or passing electric current. Heating or electric current. Either you can heat or you can supply electric current. It will decompose into its element, that is phosphorus P4, then hydrogen. Okay, now balance the equation. Put 4 here, then put 6 here. Now the equation is balanced. Okay, so that's all about the thermal stability. Second one is combustion reaction. Combustion means reaction with oxygen. Okay, so when when phosphine reaction with air or oxygen, it will produce metaphosphoric acid to form metaphosphoric acid. Okay, so the reaction is first pH3 phosphine plus oxygen. First it will be producing phosphorus pentoxide P4O10 plus H2O. Then again this P4O10 plus H2O, we are getting metaphosphoric acid HPO3 plus water. Now balance the equation. Put 4 here, then 8O2, we are getting P4O10, then 6H2O, then P4O10 6H2O, we will get metaphosphoric acid, that is 4HPO3, then 4H2O. This is metaphosphoric acid. Okay students, so the remaining reactions we will see in the next video. So today that's all. So we have learned about the properties of phosphorus and preparation of phosphine and some properties of phosphine. Okay students, we will meet in the next video. Thank you very much.